I went and did my favorite thing and bought more cars. Everyone's been telling me the E36 is the best drift car, so I bought an E36, and we're gonna find out this weekend if it is indeed a great drift car. This is a 328. That's the one that everybody says to get if you're not gonna get an M3, and an M3 was out of the budget. So let's check this thing out. So we have a 97 328, which is, like I said, that's the one to go with. Has the good transmission, good engine, diff, all that. It was put together by a couple friends of mine over the years. One of them had it, sold it to the other one, and then I capitalized and bought it. So I will be drifting this thing this weekend at a Drift Indy event called the Luau. Stock power. We're gonna see how I do without it being one of my JZ cars. As if I don't have enough projects going on in the shop, I decided to get another one. So with this one, it's already pretty well set up. It's ready to rip with the suspension, angle, everything already done. But I need to do a few things to make it more my own. I'm sure you can tell where this is going. This will be getting wrapped hopefully this week before the event. I have a lot of work to do before I can wrap it. We'll see how much I can get done. I would really like for it to be the right color so it looks good this weekend on track. Really excited about this. I talked to quite a few people this season about getting a good party car, seat time car, and everyone agreed that the 36 was the way to go. So that's what I did, was listen to them, took their advice, and we've got this. So far, all I've changed is I put my old Bride Zeta from my S14 in here and a fish shift knob. It will be getting a Grip Royal wheel. First things first, I got to take all of this stuff apart, take everything off, get it ready to get wrapped. There's some areas that are going to need painted before the wrap, just so there's no raw metal underneath it. And I've got a few parts coming. I have another seat that will go in. This needs to come off, get painted black. Got the car all taken apart, got the stuff painted that had raw metal around the sunroof and a little bit underneath the over fenders. So now also wet sanded the whole car because there was a lot of dirt in the paint that now won't show through to the wrap. So it should look clean. Should be ready to wrap this thing tomorrow. It's late, I'm tired, but hopefully when we start getting yellow on this, it's gonna look really good. Quite ugly now, which is okay. Getting ready to put the lipstick on the pig, as we call it. Painted the whole hood vent black because there's so many areas on these that the wrap just isn't going to go into, and it's not worth the time that it would take for what this car is going to be. But anyways, some of the good stuff that this car already has done, it's got BC coilovers, SLR angle kit, full PBM rear suspension with diff bracing, subframe bushings, PBM Z32 calipers all around. These nice Work Emotion XT7s in the chrome finish. They're not the best, but they still work good. Obviously it has wide body, aero kit, and a couple of other things that I already talked about. So I don't have too many parts that are gonna go on this car right away. I do have a roof wing for it. We've got the vinyl all ready to go. Trimmed down, labeled. About time to start wrapping on this thing. I cannot wait for this car to be in this color. It is gonna look insanely good. The car is prepped. Everything is painted. Like I said, did that last night. All of it's dry, ready to go so we can get vinyl on tonight. Hopefully I can get a good amount of this thing done. I didn't prep the aero yet, so that'll need to get wet sanded kind of as I wrap it. But the fenders are ready to go, and the doors, the roof, all that is good to go. So we'll start on all of those parts first and then move on to the harder stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna leave the front bumper for last. That's probably what Luke's gonna work on since he couldn't come tonight. He gets to come tomorrow for all the stuff that I didn't wanna do tonight. I'm probably not gonna do any video of me wrapping because that's kind of boring. I'm just gonna start jamming on this thing and we'll see how far I can get. A lot of the stuff that I sprayed black, you don't really need to do. I did it because this car is not in the greatest shape. The paint is not good, and I can get away with not having to wrap quite as deep in some areas. And that just makes it easier. It's down and dirty. I'm trying to use the least amount of vinyl possible. So that'll also be, there'll be some seams in some areas that I wouldn't normally do if this was a customer car, but this is a drift car that I plan on not caring about. I'm not trying to make it look like a show car or be seamless the way that this car is. It's gonna look great from a few feet away. This thing's kind of kicking my ass. This part always does, doing the little stuff. It always ends up being way more tedious than what I thought. I was hoping to have a lot more done. Gonna take a little break, get some food, and then get back on it. 1 a.m. I think I got a lot done. It's basically just the body kit, hood vent, a couple pieces down on the lower, and the front trim, and we'll be all one color. It is definitely gonna look exactly as cool as I thought it was going to, and I cannot wait to see it finished. I really wanted to do a skirt because that's super ugly, just so I could look at it tonight and be stoked on it, but it's late. Big day tomorrow. Have a lot of stuff to do to this before the event. Still need to get the Grip Royal wheel in. We're gonna put one of these NRG race hubs in as well. My harnesses will be here from Simpson tomorrow, so harnesses will go in. Passenger seat will go in. Need to do an oil change. Yeah, busy day tomorrow. I've got all the pieces, the front nose and the rear wrapped. Trey came through earlier and put the fresh door handle trim on. Got the back pieces wrapped, ready to go. Also installed the passenger seat. Got that in there. Wet sanded the whole body kit, so it's good and smooth, ready for vinyl. Spare wheels came in. Simpson harnesses that need to go in. Gonna get this thing all wrapped up, put back together, and save the oil change for tomorrow. Same with mounting tires, and I'll probably do the harnesses when I get to the track because I have ran out of time. 2 a.m., wrap's done, car is together, looks sick. I am just so taken back by how awesome this looks. This color looks great on literally everything we've wrapped with it. It's a real shame that 3M doesn't make it anymore, and I have to custom make it with the satin version with a gloss laminate, but it looks so freaking good. Everything's together. I gotta figure out a mount for the gas door, and then I'll get it on. But it's late. I'm happy with the progress today. We go to the track tomorrow, but first, I will mount some tires and do an oil change tomorrow morning. Load this thing up.
You call your 001 and head down under Clark at 16 and under by 11,000.
You can't even tell those are different colors. back from the track. The Drift Indy Luau event was a blast. I didn't really film much while we were there because it was super loud, a lot was going on, and it was really hot. So the first day, driving this car, first laps out, way different than driving my S13, of course, but you know, trying to get used to a slower car was hard, and I was kind of blaming the car for not working as good as I wanted it to, but I let Alec drive it, and he ripped it, so that meant the car works. It's just me needing to find some new skill. So Saturday morning, I drove it a little harder and was able to make it work great. I was starting to have a lot of fun in it, and I let Derek King drive it, and he noticed that the car is hitting a rev limiter at 5,500 when it should be around 7,000. And that proposed an issue that is why I thought the car had more in it, but it didn't, and I'm trying to blame gearing. Turns out it was in limp mode the whole time I was trying to drive it, and TR did some digging, and he found a solution for it that did some new wiring within the harness. He repinned a couple things and got it out of limp mode. It had to do with wheel speed sensors, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, right after that, we were able to get the rev limiter back to 6,900, 7,000, which is what it should have been the whole time. And the laps after that were a blast. I did about 8 or 9 hot laps back to back, and the car was so much fun. It was really cool kind of going back to basics of drifting and driving something low powered, and just having way too much fun. I was smiling the whole time. And then we noticed that the rear strut tower area was starting to crack. It's not been reinforced on the top of the strut tower, so we'll fix that and add a strut bar in the back. I'll probably add a strut bar in the front. But overall, the car was a great time. I did run my front bumper over on some of those laps when it was a little underpowered, just by me trying to momentum drive it. But other than that, it still looks great. We'll get the bumper fixed. And I'm happy. E36 is definitely a great car for the good seat time car. It's going to do exactly what I wanted it to do, to where I don't have to bring out a car that requires brand new 265s. I can run on cheaper 17s and drive all day. Don't have to worry about overheating. It's got a radio in it. It was a lot of fun. And I can street drive this car whenever I want to. Way easier than the S13. So we got a couple things to do to it in the future to make it better. But great success. E36. Great car, great seat time car. I'm gonna call this my back to basics car, and I love it.